Alright, hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a little makeup drawer switch out again like I did a few weeks ago. Just because these products have been here a little bit too long and I'll try something new. Alright, so let's get started. So I've got, like last time, the same drawers. I've got this side which has my cheek products, concealers, and a lip balm, and maybe some mascara, and then one foundation. I keep some of my foundations in a different spot. So the first foundation thing I have right now is the Mamonde Cushion Foundation that I talked about last time. You know when you have products where or foods or anything where you're like, your expectations are always better than what they are, and then you think the next time that you use it, it'll somehow meet your expectations, and then it doesn't end up doing that, and it's still the same issues that I always had before. But this is how I feel about this one. It's a nice foundation because it actually feels kind of dewy, but weirdly, ironically, it also emphasizes my dry patches. So there's still a little bit left in here. I've used it a couple of times. I think I'm gonna put this away, just like I'm just not using it and I'm not loving it. And then I still have my Fresh Sugar lip balm here. This is always going to stay in here because, you know, I just use it every time as part of the prep step for my lips. It's got a nice shade to it for when I just want a little sheer of color, you know, if I'm not wearing makeup one day. It's also, I'm like close to being done with it. I've done some damage to it, and I put the other one that I had last time down here upstairs recently because it was feeling overcrowded in this drawer, and I just didn't want two lip balms, because I was only using this one. And then concealers wise, I've got these two that I talked about last time. This is the Maybelline Fit Me concealer, which is a good spot concealing issue. I've got a few spots on my face right now, so I'm using that pretty frequently. And then I have the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Under Eye Corrector. Pretty close to being done with this. I've done some work on it recently, so I'm going to keep using it. I've been avoiding under eye correctors just because I'm getting a little bit of congestion and whiteheads around in the skin around my eyes, and that's an area that's sensitive, so I don't want to exfoliate a lot there, so I'm going to just reduce the amount that I use products under my eyes. But I'll still keep it here for days when I do feel like it needs a little bit of extra help. And then onto cheek products, I have got a couple blushes that I talked about last time. This is, so I've got the Milani Luminoso Baked blush, which is still something I'm on the fence about. I think I'm going to keep using it. I used it maybe once or twice recently, and it does leave a nice shade on my face. It wasn't as orange as I thought it would be, so I'm going to keep using this guy just to make some progress on it. This Tarte one, which is something I really like. This is the Amazonian Clay Blush in Party that I've had for a very long time. It came as part of a Sephora gift. I made good progress on it, I think. You can see kind of that dent in it. I'm going to put this away because it's a nice blush that I have and I really enjoy it, but I'm going to just kind of switch out for something else. It's getting a little bit boring. Then this is the Nudestix Nudies Bloom and Tiger Lily Queen, which I do enjoy as well. It's this very bright coral color like I showed you last time. It's really hard to make progress on these stick products because there's just so much product and they're so pigmented that it's hard to really use a lot of it. I have used it quite a bit in the past several weeks that I've had this in here, so I'm going to put this away and switch it out for something else. And then I have the Honest Beauty one, which I actually recently brought down. This was not in my last beauty video switch out. It's this beautiful formula that's kind of creamy but also pigmented and stays on really well on the cheeks. And it's a clean beauty brand that's owned by Jessica Alba. I have it in the shade Peony Pink. I think this is a great product if you want to check out a cream blush. Definitely would recommend checking this one out because it's so basic, so simple, and has a nice variety of shades. I'm going to keep this in here because it's only been down here for a couple days. I'm going to keep these two blushes down here, and then highlighter wise I have three. I have this first one is the Charlotte Tilbury Beauty Light one in Spotlight, which is their original shade. Still love this, still an awesome highlighter. Still expensive. It's very glossy. It stays on really well, dries down on your face. I'm going to bring it upstairs just to switch it out for something different. And then I have this great like Pixi highlighter duo, which is the Glowy Gossamer Duo in Delicate Dew. It's this blinding highlight that I really enjoy. I usually mix the two together. It's got this great texture. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyways, every time I just like staring at it, and it's this beautiful, cute little, you know, mint green packaging. But I think it's time to switch it out for another powder highlight that I have upstairs, or just another cream highlight or something. So this is going back up. And then this is the Glossier Halo Scope in Quartz. Still working on it. You know, it's so hard to make any progress on this type of thing, and it's such a beautiful glossy look for the summertime. Very low fuss. It's not like blinding. It's not extraordinary, but it's just so easy to use. I'm going to keep it down here. Try to make a little more progress on it because it's more of a day-to-day when I'm not going anywhere type of product, which is happening a lot lately. Anyways, so this is the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder that I've had for many years. I use it mostly because I don't want my eyeliner to run down on my under eye, just to set whatever cream products on my under eye. And because my recent discovery of this ColourPop eyeliner that doesn't actually run, I have not had to use this guy very much, and it's just taking up space down here, so I'm going to put it back upstairs. And then lastly is this mascara in here. It's the Essence Volume Stylist 18 Hourglass Extensions. I kept it down here for 3 weeks. Still have not used it. It's actually pretty dry. I just opened it, so I'm going to actually chuck this. Yeah. So I'm just thinking if ever I feel like I need a mascara, I'll probably just get one from Essence because they do work really well, but mascara is just not an effective, impactful product for me. It doesn't make a difference for how I look, doesn't make a difference for how my lashes look because I have pretty short, straight lashes and nothing really holds a curl. It's not really worth it for me to put this on my face and have to wash it off every night. So I'm going to get rid of this mascara altogether. And then we are going to kind of scoot on over to this other side. Alright, so welcome back to this other side of the drawer. So I'm gonna try to keep this microphone cord out of the way, but so on this side I usually keep like some eyebrow, eyeliner, lip products, and eye products, and then usually I keep a palette in here if I have an eye palette. So I actually have this guy down here today, which is the Hourglass. I'm going to just put this over here just because it's a little big. So let's start with eyes. I've got 2 eyeliners here, which are oldies. I've had this in here for quite a while. This is the ColourPop Liquid Liner, which is a felt tip one, $8. It's drying out a little bit. I'm going to finish using it up. Love this product. Doesn't run under my eyes. Doesn't give me raccoon eyes, which is perfect. So keeping this in here. And then I have the Clinique Pretty Easy Liquid Eyeliner Pen, which is a brush tip actually. This is really nice and smooth, but sometimes it does run, give me panda eyes by the end of the day, so I have to be pretty careful with this sometimes. It just depends on what I have under my eyes. If I'm not wearing anything under my eyes, nothing too greasy, and I'm not sweating, then it doesn't run. So I'm going to keep this in here and use it some more. And then I have the usual Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer, which is that kind of, not the thin pencil one, but the kind of thicker triangular shaped product. I'm going to kind of scoot it back inside. I use this every single day on my brows. I'm very, very close to being done, so I'm just looking forward to starting a fresh one soon. I'm going to keep using this. This is the one and only brow product that I ever use on myself just because I am a low fuss brow person. And then these are some eyeshadows, single eyeshadows I had to have down here. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Ice and Mesmerize in Betty, or Bet, B-E-T-T-E. This is kind of that gold color. I brought this down recently. I brought the Mona Lisa one that I talked about last time upstairs because it had too many dark shadows down here, and this is more of a, it's pretty multi-dimensional actually. It's got this hint of undertone of pink and slightly brown with like this gold over top. So what I really love about these Charlotte Tilbury eyeshadows as a whole is that they're so multi-dimensional when you actually sheer them out and put them on your eye. So I'm going to keep this down here. It's a kind of a nice one shadow look. And then I have these two Hourglass glitter eyeshadows. They're called the Scattered Light Glitter Eyeshadow. This one's in Ray, which I got in a trio recently that I showed in my video for the makeup haul. And then this is the Hourglass, oh yeah, this is in the shade Smoke. They're relatively similar. This one, let me show you guys. Just open these up. Boop, boop. So this is Ray and this is Smoke. This is more of a taupey color, even though it looks more golden in this lighting right now. And this is more of a darker champagne and has a slightly pinker undertone. I love both of these. This one I just got, so I'm going to keep using this new one a little bit more. Just explore. I'm wearing it today and it's really beautiful. This Smoke one is perfect. I use this a lot, this formula a lot over the holidays just because it's so sparkly. But I'm going to put the full-size Smoke one away just because I'm going to just use one of these. No use to having two of them down here. And then I still have this Maybelline Color Tattoo in Socialite, which is a recent purchase. Like I talked about last time, I really liked the one that was called High Roller, which was more of a cool bronze color. This is more of a champagne pink, that same creamy formula. Maybe doesn't stay on the eyes as well as the bronze one, but still really good. So I'm going to keep this down here because I haven't had this for super long and I have been using it almost every day because it's just so easy to swipe on. And this is the ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in Cricket, which is the one that I was really obsessed about. I'm still obsessed with it. It's this dark brown purple with kind of all sorts of colors of shimmer in it, and it's just so beautiful, and it's great and creamy. I'm gonna put this away just because I used it for quite a while now and it's time for us to try something new. Let's move on to lip colors. So I've got this like grouping of 3 lips here that are all this kind of balmy, sheer lipstick kind of thing. So these two are more like a light tint, and this one has more of a more pigment, I guess. This is a L'Oreal Color Reshine in the color Luminous Coral. Luminous Coral. It's this beautiful bright coral peach color. This formula has really great moisture. It leaves this really nice shine on your lips. Has great color payoff. Similar in texture but not in color payoff is the YSL Volupte Tint and Balm, which I talked about in my recent video. This is the one that has the little lips in the middle. I have this one in the color Catch Me Orange, I believe. And this is really nice. It's got a tint of color, like very slight tint of orange color, with the moisture of the Color Reshine from L'Oreal. And then the Dior one, similar in color payoff to the YSL, but like a much drier, less balmy, less creamy formula. Yeah, I'm gonna keep these 3 because these are kind of the primary types of products I use in the summertime because they are balmy, easy to put on, and kind of bright in color. And then I have a couple of lip glosses, I would say. So this is the last time I had brought down the Buxom plumping glosses in Dolly. This one it's got this mauve color, which is not perfect for summer, and it's not what I love to wear in the summertime, but I haven't worn a gloss in a really long time, and I've only worn it once since I've brought it down here. So I'm going to keep using it, so I'm going to leave it in here. And then I have this new YSL gloss, which is actually called the Volupte Liquid Color Balm. The Liquid Color Balm is actually a better description of what this is because it is more, feels more like a balm than a lip gloss. It's less goopy, less liquidy, and just kind of adheres to your lips really well. The color of this really nice is kind of this cool nude pink. So I am going to actually save this for another rainy day and put this upstairs. And then I have the Lancome L'Absolute Lacquer in the shade 216, which is this brighter pink color. I thought I would use this more in the summer because it's so bright. The formula of this is really interesting. It's kind of like similar to this. It's a kind of a balmy but slightly thicker formula. It's got a great color payoff. It leaves a stain on your lips after the gloss has gone away. It's just like this beautiful effect that it leaves as long as you don't layer it over too much other stuff. I would say only wear this by itself or over a lip liner. Otherwise it starts to look kind of thick and weird. But I think I'm going to try to use this some more. I have this in another shade that's better for winter time and fall, but this is my shade that I use for summer that I thought would be interesting. This color pink is a little too pink for me, so I'm going to try to, make use of it as much as I can. So this is going to stay down here because I actually just brought it down. And then I have this ColourPop Blotted Lip, which is great. I used to not like this very much because it was so waxy and dry, even though the color is great, and I have the shade Sucker. But I've learned to layer this over some lip balm, so then it keeps my lips moisturized, and the color of this kind of dissolves into the lip balm, so it still keeps a nice stain on the lips without over drying or adhering to dry patches on my lip. So I'm gonna keep down here because I just love that lip balm plus the Sky combination. So I'll pair this with any of these two things down here, and it's pretty perfect. Then I've got this ColourPop Razor, which is this matte lippy stick, and it's a color that I really love. It's kind of this pinky coral color. It's good for summer, but I just haven't been wanting to use this kind of thicker, more opaque color all over the lips recently since it's getting warmer, and I'm feeling more of the balmy vibes, the lip balm vibes. So I'm gonna put this away. And I still have this Hourglass Vanish Stick Highlighter, which is in Champagne Flash down here. I keep forgetting it's down here. I'm going to actually put it over by where my highlighters are so I remember to use that. So I still have quite a few lipstick options down here. I'm not sure if I'm going to bring anything new down, just because I don't think I need it at this moment. And then I have the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder Unlocked Palette. This is giving me more winter vibes, even though all of these colors I could probably use in the summer as well. This highlighter is really, really great. I keep talking about this highlighter, but I just always forget to use it, unfortunately. So I'm going to put this back upstairs, save it for the winter time when I'm more ready for this kind of thing. Alright, so I am back downstairs with some products that I'm going to switch some stuff out for. Let me talk you through those. So first of all, I actually brought down this Benefit Hello Happy Soft Blur Foundation that I have upstairs. I talked about it in my products that kind of really didn't meet my expectations. I thought it would be more of a lightweight kind of sheer foundation, but it turned out definitely lightweight, but it also was pretty drying. So I'm actually going to try it now that my face is a little more oily in the summertime. I'm going to try it with some more moisturizing products and a primer as well to see how this goes. Because I hate to have this go to waste. I've only used it a couple times since I bought it. So I'm going to keep trying this out. So I'm going to kind of leave this in the foundation section. And to add to the blush selection here, I have the Physicians Formula Dewy Blush Elixir. And I have this one in the color Gorgeous Peach, which is this liquid foundation. I really like it. It's very dewy. It's pretty easy to work with, I think. I think I probably need more of a sponge to use this, but I've been using it with my fingers and it's been fine. So I'm gonna bring this down and give it some more love. And that's it for like kind of blushes. I've got 3 down here, 2 cream / liquid and 1 powder. And then I have the ColourPop Light Stick in Earth, which is this, oh my gosh, I like show you this because every time I look at it, I just love it, but somehow I like forget to use it. It's like this cream to powder finish of a product, and the formula of this is really great. It's such an affordable price from ColourPop. It's not like that kind of super creamy feel, but it's a nice highlighter stick. And then otherwise in highlighter, I put a lot of highlighter down, so because it's summer and I just love highlighter. This is RMS Beauty. This is their Luminizer X Quad, which has 4 different highlighters in it. It's got a Luminizer X, which is like a more luminous version of that. There's Luminizer Nude, Champagne Fizz, and Champagne Rosé. There's only really 2 that I use a lot in here, and you probably will be able to tell the dent I've made in there. I only use this guy and this guy. This one I use over my cheeks. This one I sometimes highlight the inner corner of my eye with. So I'm going to leave this down here for future use. This is kind of the MAC Hush Cream Color Base, which is a similar product, I think, to the RMS Beauty, but just with more pigment. It's incredibly creamy and emollient as well. It's one of my favorite highlighter products, so I'm going to give this some love because I haven't used this in quite a while either. So I think that's it for this side of the drawer. I'm going to close this guy up and then move you all over here. Sorry for this wire here. It's hard for me to talk loud enough for my computer to pick it up, but this is the Hourglass Scattered Light Glitter Eyeshadow. I know I said I didn't need 2 of these down here, but I just wanted to try this color, which is this beautiful purple color, which could be a lot of fun. It's got more pigment than it does glitter, which is a nice contrast to the other one that I have down here, which is in the shade Ray. I'm gonna put these next to each other, and I think that's enough eyeshadow, like down here. Good selection, some pink, some purple, some champagne, and then a golden color. And then I have about 1 more gloss down. I know I've got like a lot of glossy products down here, but just to give this some use, this is the NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Tiramisu, which is a nice kind of pinky shade. People talk about the butter glosses a lot. It used to be very popular, and this is so cheap. I got this like buy one get one free from the drugstore. Just haven't used it a lot, but it is a nice kind of milky color formula, so I'm gonna use this some more. And then lastly, eyeshadow palettes wise, like I've talked about, I don't use eyeshadow palettes very much anymore, but sometimes I need a little bit of like an extra dimension for my eyeshadow, so it's nice to have a little, like a tiny neutral palette down here for me to be able to either like kind of clean up the area with these kind of paler shades, or just like a little deeper shade for my outer corner to give it some extra dimension. And I really like this Tartelette Tease palette. I got this a very long time ago, but it's just so perfect to be able to, you know, bring on the go. I know people don't talk about this anymore. People don't talk about Tarte very much anymore, but I still think it's a really perfect palette. I've brought this on trips and stuff, and I just like kind of recently forgot how much I really enjoyed this palette. So I brought it down to remind myself how wonderful like this color combination, neutral color is for me, and use it as a little supplement to my single shadow days. So this is the Tartelette Tease mini palette, and I think that's about it. Those are all of the things that I have switched things out for, and I'll see you guys in my next video, and I'll see you guys the next time that I switch out my makeup drawer again as well. So hope you have a good weekend, happy Friday, and see you next time. Bye bye.